Hello everybody. If you don't know me, my name is Sarah Danielle. If you do know me, then welcome back to my channel. This is my quote-unquote podcast. It's called Real Life Shit. Don't know if the name is temporary and don't really know if you'd consider this a podcast. You can absolutely watch this video. It'll probably be entertaining too. Before I move on, number one, my mic is on the floor. So are my cats. So if you hear them, disregard. Number two, I got my wisdom teeth removed 5 or 6 days ago. So if my face is a little puffy or my voice sounds a little weird, I definitely have a lisp right now, a little bit. That would be why. So disregard all of that. Moving on. I honestly just want to get straight into this because I am so passionate about what I'm about to talk about and I've been thinking about it for the last 2 days. So we are just going to get bam into it. First of all, a disclaimer. This is a motivational video. It's a motivational video, life video, advice video, just pretty much everything you're ever going to need to listen to all in one podcast, because I feel like I listen to so many things and it's like you can only talk about one specific topic for so long before it gets like repetitive and low-key annoying. And I listen to so many self-help podcasts, which we're going to talk about why that's not always a good thing in this video, okay? I listen to so many self-help podcasts and I feel like they talk so long about things that just like either don't matter or might not pertain to me. So, few things. I encourage you to watch this whole video at least once all the way through just to see, maybe you'll resonate with something, maybe you'll hear something that like you didn't think that you'd resonate with, but you do. So I encourage you to listen to this whole thing at least one time. Listen to this video in the morning. Listen to it when you're getting ready for something. Listen to it when you're in a slump. Don't listen to it right before bed, because I guarantee you will be ready to get your fucking life in check after this video, okay? So a little disclaimer before I start. I understand that I'm privileged. I understand that not everybody is going to be able to take the things that I talk about in this video. My cat is eating. I'm so sorry if you can hear her chewing. The food is literally right there. If you can't relate to some of the stuff I'm going to be talking about in this video, or you feel like this is coming from a standpoint of somebody who has a lot of privilege, then please do not take the points in this video. They do not apply to everybody. They apply to a lot of people in my situation, or sometimes people in better situations, sometimes people in worse situations. But all in all, it's literally just the point of this video is to motivate, not guilt you. But I tend to word things in a very passionate, aggressive way, so if you get butthurt easily, this might not be the best video for you, because all the stuff I say is gonna be coming from a tough love way. Not a tough love bitch way, okay? Not one of those ways where it's like those girls who are like, oh, I'm not mean, I'm not rude, I'm not a bitch, I'm not a fucking whore, I'm just, say it like it is, say the honest truth. It's not going to be like that. I hate those people. Those people fucking suck. It's going to be actual tough love. It's going to be a little bit tough, but it comes from a place of love because I want you all to be happy and I want you all to succeed. Okay? Now that we've got that out of the way, before we get into it, another thing I want to say. So because I've been in kind of a slump for the past week, not like a bad slump, like I needed to be in a slump. I was post fucking procedure. Like obviously I'm going to be in a slump. I have been very excited to get back in my routine, and honestly it made me very motivated. Also, you guys, I posted this TikTok video which has like I think 50,000 likes right now or something. When I tell you guys, Fernanda Ramirez, if you do not know who that is my number one all-time favorite YouTuber. I literally love her so much. She lives in Vancouver. I live so close to Vancouver, it's not even fucking funny. I would love to be friends with her. She favorited that video. The fact that I am possibly motivating the woman who motivates me every single morning makes me so happy. So it honestly made me so excited to make this video because I was like, you know what? If somebody that genuinely makes me feel so much joy when I watch her videos and makes me so happy, so motivated, so energized, whatever, when I watch her videos, if she feels motivated by me and something I'm talking about, are you joking? I am going to talk more about it, okay? So hopefully she sees this even. The first thing that we are going to be talking about is kind of ironic because you right now are watching a motivational, inspirational video and I am the one talking about it. The first thing we're going to be talking about is addiction to inspiration and why that is not always a good thing. Y'all, I literally said this to my boyfriend and he reacted as if I had a mic drop moment, so I was like, hell yeah. But basically, addiction to inspiration. I scroll on Pinterest 400 million hours a day. I love Pinterest. It inspires me every single day. I have so many folders on there. It also is linked in my description if you guys wanted to see that. I love looking for inspiration. I love scrolling through people's Instagrams and stuff that like inspire me. I love Pinterest, y'all. I listen to motivational podcasts literally almost every single day, at least one. Like, all day today I've been listening to motivational podcasts, but that's just because I've actually stayed off my phone today, so I've just been, like, listening to stuff instead. But anyway, a few examples of being addicted to inspiration, like I was saying, Pinterest, reading only self-help books, listening to only self-help podcasts, and only watching, like, self-help documentaries. If you are only consuming self-help content, you're always going to be convinced that there is something about yourself you need to help. That's not always the case. You could be seeing problems in yourself that aren't actually problems and aren't actually there. It is great to consume inspirational and motivational content, but you just literally like need to stop doing that if it's all you do. I am heavily guilty of this. Like, you are so addicted to inspiration, this is myself too, that you're not actually doing the things that you want to do. Like, you're not. You're literally just not. Because you do not constantly need to be telling yourself how to get emotionally better and do emotionally better if you're already doing the work to do that. Like, that's just not what you need to be doing. It's so frustrating to me because, like, I'll talk to, like, literally, I'm going to call someone out. There is somebody very close to me, very, very, very close to me in my life that only reads self-help books. Okay, there's a few people in my life that only read self-help books, but this one specifically, all she watches are self-help documentaries. All she, like, reads are self-help books. And that's fine if you're actually, like, learning and incorporating those things into your day-to-day life. But if you're just watching them to say that you watched them, and, like, if you're just watching them to tell people about the fact that you watched them, and I cannot see evidence in your life and your activities and habits and hobbies of these documentaries that they're actually teaching you something and actually telling you how to do something, then you're not getting any information and you're not getting any help from these documentaries, books, and podcasts. Like, you're just not. So you need to reflect. If you're not actually doing something because of the inspiration and motivation that you're consuming, you are not actually inspired and motivated. You're just getting the dopamine that these other people have had and are talking about. Like, you're literally just getting dopamine and inspiration, like, not even real inspiration, just fake inspiration, because inspiration makes you do something with that inspiration, okay? Like, me making this podcast, if you don't take the things that I say and put them into practice, then what are you getting from this video? What are you getting from listening to my voice? What are you getting from listening to me? Like, you're literally not getting anything. So if you do not put into practice everything that I talk about, or at least the things that apply to you, why did you even watch this video? That's what you need to be asking yourself at the end of this, okay? Genuinely think about that. Like, and I'm not, like, if you're, like, at this point right now, if you're not addicted to inspiration, then, like, obviously this doesn't apply to you, but you literally, actually, I want to encourage all of you to think. Think right now, pause this video, and think about how are you addicted to inspiration if you are? And what ways do you exhibit addiction to inspiration? And if you do, how can you start putting that inspiration into practice so that it doesn't just stay in your head? Think about that. I'm going to say this sentence 2 times, and I'm going to change something about it the second time I say it, just because there's 2 different contexts that you can be using the sentence, and I feel like it'll be easier than just saying slash. So anyway, are you inspired to have this thing, or does not having this thing make you think you're not doing enough / should not be happy and content with what you do have? The second way I'm going to word this sentence is, are you inspired by this person, or does them having this quality make you think you're not doing enough and should not be happy and content with what you have and do? To explain what I am meaning by that is, say you have a friend. Say you don't work out that much, or like you just, leisurely go to the gym, or like you do dance, which is extremely hard work. I'm not saying that dance is not hard work. That's not what I mean. I just meant like dance and not the gym. Or like you're doing something like that, but your friend is like hardcore training, calorie deficit, protein surplus, like going real hard at the gym. And you look at this person and you're just like, damn, maybe I should be doing that. Like, I guess what I'm not doing is enough. That's like, shut up. Like, actually shut up. If you are doing this, think to yourself, if this person did not have this quality, would I go out of my way to develop this quality. Like, if this person was not always going to the gym or talking about going to the gym, and you are in turn feeling like, hey, maybe I should go to the gym, stop. Separate the fact that they go to the gym from your mind. Just think about the gym and think, is that something I want to do? Is that something I can incorporate into my life? Is that something that actually excites me? Is the thought of this actually something that inspires me? And if it's not, don't fucking do it. You don't actually want to do it. It just is that person is just making you unintentionally. They are not a villain in this situation, but they are just making you feel like you're not doing enough in your day-to-day life because they do this thing. And that's totally fine. Like, I constantly look at people who have maybe different styles than me, different personal styles than me, and their styles are really fucking cool, but I just know I would not wear it. Sometimes I think to myself, wow, should I be doing that? Like, my style's just not as good. No, they're literally equally as good. They're just different. And that is fine. That is okay. This is especially true for shopping addictions. I am very easily convinced to buy things. I grew up with not much money in my family. And I think that when you grow up with not a lot of money, you go one of two ways. You're a hyper saver or a hyper spender. I am a hyper spender. That is not good. That is something I'm trying to work on. But pretty much, so because of that, like I just said, I buy a lot of shit, okay? Something I need to start doing is, if this person did not have this item, would I go out of my way to buy this item and spend my money on it? If Stanley cups, that's what it's called, right? Yeah, if like the Stanley mug cup thing, if that was not viral, if you saw that in a store, would you think to yourself, that's a water bottle I want? Capris are coming back. If you did not know capris were coming back in style, did not see all these people wearing capris, would you think to yourself, you know what? I could fuck up some capris right now and go buy some capris with your own money. If the answer is no, don't do it. Now, this is not to say that, like, opinions can't change, things can change, inspiration can change. Like, I have bought some things in my past, like, that were definitely micro trends, and I ended up loving them, and they became a staple in my personal style. But, like, it's just different for everyone, okay? Like, you genuinely have to think about if you actually like something, or if you just want other people to see you have it. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I don't actually, like, this sounds bad, I regret buying my Stanley Cup. That was like a $70 water bottle, you guys. It's a fucking water bottle. I wish I bought an Awala. Are you kidding? I love the Awala. I got one from my boyfriend, and I am currently waiting until, like, all my other expenses are dealt with, and I'm, like, doing good financially. I'm just waiting for that time, and then I'm going to buy an Awala. Because I didn't reflect and think if this purchase actually meant something to me, or if I was just heavily inspired by somebody else's purchases, which I was. Moving on from addiction to inspiration. I honestly just wanted to get that one out of the way because you are listening to inspiration and motivation right now, so I wanted you to think to yourself quickly if you are just listening to this, you know, blindly because you're so used to listening to inspiration and you're addicted to that dopamine it gives you, or, like, and I wanted you to snap out of that if that is the case for you, and to actually pay attention and consume and reflect on and learn from the words that I'm saying in this video. So the next thing that you need to do, set up a daily routine. This can be morning routine. This can be night routine. It can be afternoon routine. It does not matter what time this routine is. Just have some sort of routine throughout the day. Specifically in the morning, I personally think that's the best way. Like, I have a morning routine and I absolutely love it. I haven't really had this morning routine for almost a year. I moved houses and it just really messed up, like, my comfort space, just whatever. So my routine has been very out of whack. But this is the morning routine that I am, as of this morning, have adapted. So, or adopted. I don't know. This is, like, not in any specific order, just all the things that I have to do in the morning. If you have a specific order, that's great. You should do it in a specific order, I think, every morning. That can be easier to handle. It can be more fluid in your movements, and you can kind of shut off your brain while you're doing it. Not that I'm encouraging you to, but, like, it won't be a chore to do it if you have a specific order. But anyway, number 1, stay off phone in the AM. Set a specific amount of time you want to stay off of your phone in the morning. Like, maybe the first thing you do in the morning is set a timer on your phone. Like, oh, can't be on my phone for 30 minutes every morning. Start the timer. Like, have it ready on your phone when you go to bed. Start it when you wake up. So that way you're staying off. Don't just fucking check socials, by the way. Your Instagram can wait. Your YouTube can wait. Your Snapchat can wait. Like, even if you work from your phone, wake up 20 minutes earlier so that you have 20 minutes to stay off your phone. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, number 2. get out of bed and stretch. That's just something for me. I need to stretch more. Number 3, make bed. Number 4, drink matcha. Number 5, choose a crystal for the day and cleanse. I am not a huge crystal girly. I just am not. Like, I try to be, and I actually enjoy journaling about crystals and learning about them. And you know what? Even though I'm not fully a crystal girly, every single morning that I go out of my way, set an intention for the day. That's honestly like hand in hand is what you're doing if you're doing this. Pick out a crystal that resonates what I want to embody that day. So like, say that day I'm doing public speaking. I don't know when the fuck I'm going to be doing public speaking, but say I am. I'd pick a crystal that represents like clarity in voice, you know, like confidence. There are specific crystals that are good for people who public speak. I would cleanse that crystal. I would set the intention for the day with that crystal. And I would carry that crystal with me throughout the day. And I actually did this all summer in 2023. And when I tell you, every single day, I was so much happier. Like, it was insane. And once I stopped doing that, I just wasn't as happy as I was. I was still happy, but just not as happy. Anyway, doing that really helped me. So if that's something you think you want to do, literally get like 3 crystals. They're so cheap if you find them at like cool stores. And just get 3 crystals, learn about them quickly. You don't even have to learn that much about them. Just learn about them quickly, learn what chakra they align with or whatever, and then just like set an intention with the day with them. It's so easy, and it like is a very good way to just like tune your subconscious to be more intentional with your actions throughout the day to better align with that what that crystal is telling you to do. And then lastly, journal and use my planner. I got a planner a few years ago. It's this, I think it's like White Fox. Wait, that's a clothing brand. I cannot remember. It's like this is a Clever Fox weekly planner. It is the best planner on the entire earth. So anyway, I like to use this every single morning. It helps me stay organized. Like setting up a daily ritual, that being the topic, is not like motivational necessarily, but it is something that's extremely important if you want to actually achieve your goals and do them right. Like, it just really sets you up for success, especially staying off your phone in the morning. Let me check my screen time today. So I used my phone for 30 minutes in the gym because I was watching 10 minutes of YouTube on each cardio thing I did, and I did 3 sets of cardio. So I did 30 minutes. I used my phone for 30 minutes in the gym. But when I tell you guys, I have used my phone for 40 minutes today, and it's 4 p.m. That is 30 minutes just because I was doing cardio, and 10 minutes. So technically, excluding just like watching YouTube on the treadmill, 10 minutes is all I've actually done on my phone today. That is the least I have ever been on my phone. I am like so proud of myself. It's insane, and that's because of my morning ritual. But anyway, the last part of my morning ritual that I just thought about for myself, like, thought about it in my own little head. I think everyone should do this. I'm going to tell my friends to do this. I'm going to tell my boyfriend to do this. I wrote myself a note. I was feeling like shit a few days ago, okay? And I was thinking to myself, when I wake up in the morning, if I knew what it felt like to have a shit day, I would do anything in my power to not have a shit day. So I'm going to read you this Good Morning Sarah letter I wrote myself. And you guys are going to write one for yourself if this sounds like something that would help you, okay? And even if it doesn't, just try it out, just for fun. And it might help you accidentally, and that's awesome. Good morning, Sarah. If you're tired, sit up and drink some big gulps of water. Give yourself 3 minutes to just sit there and think. You will wake up. So the reason I wrote that is because when I wake up, obviously I'm tired. I just opened my fucking eyes. But if I sit up, the tiredness is going to melt away because I'm like, okay, it's time to wake up. So that's why I wrote that. But anyway. Don't put this note down. Read the whole thing. I don't care if you have it memorized. Have some discipline and read. Unless you're turning your phone on for music, that screen should stay black. Say this out loud. I am so excited to start the day. I am ready for whatever today will bring. I am feeling motivated, happy, and energized. Today, I will do everything I set out to do. Here's a reminder of how it feels when you do not seize the day. 10-hour screen time. Lazy, ugly, procrastinating, wasteful. If I don't take advantage of today, I won't take advantage of tomorrow, and the cycle will continue. I'll get ugly, sad, unemployed, and depressed. Do not allow yourself to get like that. Trying is tiring, but your literal entire life is at stake. Put in the work. And when I tell you, this note will motivate me, because the thought that whatever I do today and whatever routine I have today could contribute to what my life looks like in 10 years, because if you're not setting wait, that's in a different point. I'm going to stop talking about this, but that's all I'm going to say. Your morning routine will set the memo and the vibe for your whole day, okay? Okay, so moving on. This is probably one of the top 2 most important points, okay? It's very, very, very important. Self-talk and how you speak around other people. Oh my God. Okay. I have a few points to make in this topic, and I'm going to make the most passionate one last, okay? The one that I'm absolutely the most passionate about. Number one, and this is honestly probably the one that changed my life the most, is no more self-deprecating jokes. Flip that, okay? Do self-conceited jokes. I'm not even joking. Make self-conceited jokes. I grew up being like, this is such a shitty example, but it's like the only one I can think of. If you're one of those people to see like a fucking really ugly animal and be like, oh, that's so me. Stop. That's gonna be you. You're gonna look like a naked mole rat. You're gonna look like a naked fucking mole rat if you keep looking at naked mole rats and saying you look like a naked mole rat. You're gonna stop caring about how you look. If you hear somebody that's super fucking boring and you know that you don't talk a lot and you're like, oh my God, that's so me, you're gonna be a boring fucking bitch. Stop saying you're boring. Stop making these self-deprecating jokes. Stop saying you're fucking ugly. Stop saying you're stupid. Stop saying you're fucking annoying. Shut up. Like, shut up. They're also so awkward to hear. Like, when I am in a group and I hear somebody be like, oh, God, I guess I'm just so annoying. Okay, yeah, you fucking are. When you're saying shit like that, you are annoying. It's so gross. I hate when other people make self-deprecating jokes. Like, if it's, like, actually fucking funny, that's fine. Like, not fine, but, like, still try to stay away from it. But if it is not rooted in genuine insecurity, then, you know, you can make a few. But if it's rooted in fucking insecurity, and reflect. Because if you're making certain self-deprecating jokes a lot, you may think that they are not personal, and you may think that they are not rooted in insecurity. They fucking are. They are. Do your shadow work. Anyway, I don't really know what that means, but do the opposite. For me, if I were to see, like, literally, my boyfriend's sister actually does this. She's fucking awesome. So, if my hair is super long, okay, and she wants long hair. Instead, when she sees, like, my long hair, she doesn't look at me and go, ugh, I wish I had long hair. God, I'm so bald. Like, she doesn't do that. She just looks at me and she goes, claim, and then she fucking turns around and goes about her day. Like, she just says claim. Like, that will be me. That will be me. That's what you should fucking do instead. You know what I mean? Like, when you're feeling insecure, don't just be like, oh, God, I wish I had long hair. I'm such a bald bitch. Annoying. Gross. Ugly. Weird. Shut up. Ugh. Anyway. She also, like, will look at her hair and she'll be like, oh, look how long my hair is getting. And I love it so much. It's like, yes, girl, your hair is growing. Amazing. It looks beautiful. Also, I'm talking a little bit weird and I can't really smile right now. Once again, wisdom teeth removed. Don't fucking josh me, okay? If you see a beautiful flower, be like, that is so me as a flower. And even if you laugh at that like it is a joke and everyone else laughs at that like it is a joke, don't fucking care. Just be like, okay, well, the more you joke about shit, the more your brain will believe it. That's why self-deprecating jokes are so bad, because you will develop insecurities from them. You will be sad from them. Self-deprecating jokes, your brain can't really tell the difference between a joke and reality. So yes, you will believe that you look like a naked mole rat. Or do you want to believe you look like a beautiful little rose? A next thing, stop shit talking. And now listen, I feel so strongly about this. Shit talking is so prevalent in today's society, like genuinely so prevalent. And I talked about this in actually the motivational video I posted on TikTok that I was telling you guys about. I said something about that and I said, like, I'm going to stop hating. And, like, I got comments that were like, I was with you until you said stop hating. I was with you until you said you're going to stop hating on people. What do you mean? I just think that's so ugly. Like, I don't, like, actually talk shit about people. If me talking about an honest experience with you without exaggerating, you call that shit talking, then maybe you need to reflect on your actions in that story. But I don't shit talk people. I just talk about something people did. You know what? I will say, though, certain times I do shit talk. It's okay to sometimes get that energy out. But truth be told, 90% of the time, stop fucking shit talking. It should not be the only thing you do. Like, you should not just be, like, going around calling people ugly. You should not be going around talking shit about people's outfits. You should not be going around talking shit when people are genuinely passionate and happy. Like, that's not something that you should be doing. And you also shouldn't be so happy with the fact that you do it. Like, it's not a bragging right. It's not like, oh my god, I'm so happy I, like, shit talk people. Like, it's so fucking funny. I'm so unique and different for it. No, you're not. You're just a bitch. That, I categorize those people the same as I categorize the people who say they are tough love, like I was talking about at the start of the video, but actually they're just mean. Like, you are one and the fucking same. Don't be a bitch. It is absolutely fine to vent to your friends. It's fine to get shit off your chest, but once that energy is out, don't invite it back. That is just more negativity. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure your brain also can't differentiate when you're talking about you versus when you're talking about somebody else. So, yeah, stop fucking shit talking. Because if you're calling this girl fucking Betty, if you're calling her an ugly whore, you're gonna be an ugly whore. Okay? The third thing in self-talk, you actually have to believe what you're manifesting. I will see so many people, like, oh my god, this pisses me off so much. There are so many people that say that they manifest, that say that they, like, do positive self-talk, and they don't actually. They just go around there being like, I love my life. Life is so beautiful. And then when that doesn't change their life instantly, they go like this. Why didn't it happen? I'm literally manifesting. Or they'll be like, I'm so broke. No, actually, I am rich. Don't laugh after you manifest. You're supposed to fucking believe what you're saying. Like, what? I don't really manifest out loud to other people because when I do that, this is just for me personally, when I do that, I feel like I'm not actually manifesting. I'm just, like, joking about manifestation, but manifestation is serious and it does matter. So I usually manifest in my own head. I feel like I just have a little conversation with the universe. Say, and this is something very small and for some maybe silly, say I'm thrifting. I will be out at the thrift store and I'll be walking around and I'll be thinking to myself, God, I'm so happy that every single time I go to the thrift store, I find the most amazing things. I'm so excited to find the amazing thing that I will today. And, like, stuff like that. Like, I just pretty much manifest in my head like that all day, every single day. And I don't go around fucking talking about it. I just don't. Okay? Like, there is so many different methods to manifesting. You can Google any of them. But, truth be told, that is the one that works for me the absolute best. And even if, like, I don't find something magnificent at the thrift, I was in such a good mood the whole time at the thrift store. Like, you also just have to understand that if it doesn't happen for you, it wasn't meant for you that day, and that's totally okay. And lastly, the thing I'm most passionate about, happy people do not go on and on to other people talking about how fucking happy they are. Oh my god. This also goes hand in hand with fucking complaining. I am a very happy person. I know I'm not smiling much in this video. It's because I physically can't. So if you are watching this video and that's not the impression you have of me, that's totally okay. But genuinely, I am an extremely happy person. I don't fucking talk about how happy I am. And I was just thinking about this. Like, I know people who are always like, oh, God, you know, I'm just such a happy person. I can't imagine what it would be like to be a sad person. Like, God, I'm just so happy all the time. Like, you know, I just walk through life so happy. I can't imagine what it's like to be sad. Like, if you're saying shit like that, dude, you're not fucking happy. Like, you shouldn't have to, it's almost like you talking about that is you trying to convince yourself that you're happy. And, like, if you do constantly talk about how happy you are, reflect. Think about it. Maybe you're not. And that's okay. It's okay to not be happy. That's the thing. I think that people are so afraid of being the sad person that they constantly lie that they're the happy person, which it does not equate to fake it till you make it, because fake it till you make it is good. And constantly being in denial that you're a sad person is not good. Quickly, anyway, actually, for this, I just want to talk about complaining. So, complaining is not equal to being in a bad situation or a bad position and talking about that. That's not complaining. That's literally just talking about your experience. That is fine. Complaining is like constantly dragging others down in conversation. That's another thing you have to be wary about. Like, people always talk about being the therapist friend, but don't be the friend who uses specific people or all people as therapists. Like, your friends are not your fucking therapists. You absolutely need people in your life that you can talk to and feel safe. with, but like, you cannot use people as your therapist. Like, don't fucking constantly complain that you're single if you're not actually doing anything to not be single. Don't constantly complain that like your boyfriend or girlfriend or partner sucks if you're not doing anything to be away with your partner. You know what I mean? Like, don't constantly complain that you're broke if you're not picking up shifts and doing the damn fucking thing. Don't constantly complain that you hate your job if you're not actively seeking a better job. Like, don't do these things. Don't fucking complain about them to people unless you're actively trying to get out of the situation. Like, I know so many people who constantly fucking complain. They're like, like, I don't know if this person likes me. Then they're not the fucking one. They're not the fucking one. If your partner, if you don't know if they like you, they're not the fucking one. Do you think that your soulmate would make you question if they like you? No. Like, God, this just actually pisses me off so much. Like, I know that technically right now I'm complaining about complainers, but I don't care. Like, truly, if you complain, like, it's fine if you do, just stop. Number 5, going hand in hand with something I said previously, fake it till you make it. Faking it till you make it, I also just mean, like, looking to and adopting habits of other people. So, like, I'm not just talking about faking it till you make it, I'm also talking about, like, changing your lifestyle. So, but anyway, with actual faking it till you make it, you can pretend to just be happy. You can pretend to be confident. When I was not confident, I literally just would pretend every single day in the outfit that I put on that I felt like fucking Beyonce, that I felt like a queen, that I felt amazing. Even if I felt like shit, like, my friends, I would be, like, asking my friends to take pictures of me and stuff, because, like, even though I didn't feel good, I was gonna pretend like I felt good. It doesn't matter if you do anything with those pictures. Like, don't look back and, like, talk shit about your body or anything. Like, I know I made a point about don't talk shit. Also, don't talk shit about yourself. Like, it's so ugly. But, like, I would just get people to take pictures of me and I would pose. Even if, like, if I wasn't feeling confident, I would just not look at those pictures and just pretend that I knew I looked like a goddess, if that makes sense. Genuinely just pretend that, like, you are doing the shit. Like, pretend that you are the person that you want to become. So if I want to be confident and, like, happy and love myself, then I'm gonna just pretend to be confident, happy, and love myself before I actually get there. Like, you're gonna get there at some point. You just have to take the steps to getting there, as well as pretending that you're already there to actually be there. But this part is super important. Your life has to stay yours. Now, I was in a relationship a few years ago. It kind of took over my life. Pretty much, I just let it consume me. I let it, like, be my whole personality. That was all I really talked about. I didn't hang out with any of my friends. I didn't do anything. Like, I know how it feels to have shit friends, get into a relationship, feel seen and loved in that relationship, so you leave all your friends. And that's totally okay. Like, you don't want people in your life that don't, you know, make your life better. But if you don't seek out new friends, that's a whole nother story, and that's not a good thing. Like, I didn't seek out new friends at all. I literally just dropped my friends because they just were not contributing healthfully to my life, and I only spent time with my significant other, only thought about my significant other. I ended up getting super bad anxiety surrounding my significant other, as well as, like, so many other things, and it got to the point where this was not a quality that I could change in that relationship. So, that's not why I left that relationship, but I'm no longer in that relationship. I am in a different relationship now, and not to compare the relationships, but by the way, this goes hand in hand with any form of relationships. I'm just specifically right now talking about romantic ones, but this literally goes with everything. Family relationships, friendships, etc. So when I was coming into the relationship I'm in now, I was reflecting heavily on the fact that I had a super anxious attachment style, along with many other qualities that I just did not like, did not want to have, like, in my last relationship. So I entered it, and I was like, this is the time that I am going to genuinely treat this relationship like it is a relationship. It's not my entire life. There is me, there is him, and then there is us. This us time will be us time. The me time, though, will be me time. I don't only talk about him. I do talk about him, absolutely. But I don't only talk about him. I have other friends. I have friendships that I'm trying to nourish, and I'm trying to make new friends as well. Like, I don't want him to be the only person in my life, because if he was, like, in my last relationship, it got to the point where his mood, how he treated me, which he has to treat you good, but, like, I'm just saying, like, if he was, like, you know, being a little extra dry, how his mood was, how our relationship was, affected every aspect of my life. And don't even lie. Don't even fucking lie. If you are in a relationship and it is not a happy addition to your life, but it is an added stress, get out of that fucking relationship. I'm not even fucking around. Like, I have had so many people, whether I know them from acquaintances or they've been friends of mine, where they've been in shit relationships and they just don't fucking leave. I'm not saying they're bad people, and I'm not saying that, like, you should leave or abandon your friends that are like this, but they lack so much self-respect. Like, if you genuinely have so little self-respect for yourself that you are just completely throwing away your friendships when you get in a relationship, and you are just not valuing any of your other relationships, not putting any time or effort into them anymore because you got a partner, like, the first few months, sure, you're in the, like, honeymoon phase and you're gonna probably focus more on them, but you cannot let them take over your fucking life. If you have a new friend, don't drop all your old ones because your new friend is fucking, like, new and shiny. You know, like, don't do that. That's so frustrating and so stupid. Like, I get that it's exciting, but you have these beautiful, like, grown tree relationships. Don't just get excited because there's a new one growing next to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still need to care about this old fucking tree. And if you're like, well, you know, my friend sometimes does these things that piss me off, tell your friend. Like, it also pisses me off when people don't treat their friendships like they treat relationships. I'm at a point in my life right now where I'm not just gonna drop someone because they, like, you know, like, said something mean about me. Like, I will talk to them about it. If they prove to be a fucking bitch, a fucking snake, whatever, then I'm obviously going to drop them. But, like, with one of my best friends right now, I feel very comfortable. Like, if she were to say something that upset me, I would tell her, and she would just, like, be like, okay, I won't say that again. And it's fine. Like, you have to have friendships like that. You have to be able to do that in your friendships as well as you do in your relationships. People always preach, oh my god, communication is key. And then they fucking, like, yell at their friend and just drop them instantly without having a conversation about it. Friendships are also relationships, you guys. They're also relationships. They need to be watered. They need to grow. They need to be reflected on. Like, they are not just, like, they're not going to be perfect 100% of the time. You have to talk about shit. Also, like, it's not always your partner's fault. If your happiness is based on, like, how your partner feels, then your life is just not your own. Like I was talking about earlier, like, right now, I'm at a point where if my boyfriend is in a bad mood, I have, like, leftover anxiety just from what I was trying to work on when I got into the relationship with my boyfriend. And basically, I had to understand that if he was having a shit day and if he was being a little dry because of that, or just, like, not texting me back as much, which is totally fine, like, he needs his own space and so do I, then I now am able to take a breath, say to myself, he's having a rough day. This is him time. This has nothing to do with us. It is separate from me. Therefore, I don't need to get involved. And I will just go do my own thing. I'll say, you know what? That's okay. You feel what you need to feel. You go through your emotions. I'm going to go do my thing. That's totally fine. You don't need to comfort your partner through every fucking paper cut. Okay. The next thing is, if none of your habits you have today change, how would your life look in 50 years? So, for example, today, this is how my day is going, and this is how my day would look if I continue to act this way in the next 50 years every single day. I woke up, I stayed off my phone, I journaled, I used my planner, I planned out my day, I wrote down notes for my podcast that I was going to record. Hello. I watched a motivational video, I walked to the gym, I worked out, I came home, showered, ate, got ready, sat down, recorded my podcast. After this podcast, I'm going to eat probably something, maybe chill for 20 minutes, completely edit my podcast, and schedule it. If I did that every single day, I'd probably be a famous fucking podcaster by the end of, like, the year, okay? Like, consistency is key. This is specifically for social media. If you're in school, if you're in university, high school, whatever, and every single day your day looked like this: wake up, eat a healthy breakfast, walk to or drive to or take the bus to or whatever school. Focus in your classes, take genuine notes. At lunch, eat, nourish your friendships, talk to people, whatever. Go to your next classes, pay attention to all your classes, walk home, get home, immediately, like, shower, then eat, then study your fucking ass off, do all your homework for, like, an hour or two, set, like, a timer to do all your shit. Then after that, you nourish your friendships, you hang out with somebody, you talk to somebody online, you play some video games, you have some chill time, whatever it is you do. Then you go to bed, have 8 hours of sleep, the recycle repeats the next day. You're probably going to do really fucking well in school, okay? You're probably going to do well. If you don't have, like, any learning disabilities or anything like that, that's probably a thing that's going to work really well for you. If today you were not sick, you're not on your period, you're not don't have a broken arm, you're not recovering from surgery, and you woke up, you make a smoothie you don't really like, or you eat like bacon and hash browns for breakfast, which is delicious, I will say. But you eat that like every single day, and it's just a very fatty thing. It's very not energizing. And then you drink a coffee, which makes you fucking diarrhea shit. And you have diarrhea shit, stomach ache, bacon, hash brown, stomach ache. So you go to school. You're too tired because you didn't eat an energizing breakfast. You go about your day. You don't really take many notes. You're really tired in your classes. You're sluggish. At lunch, you're too tired. So you kind of eat and just go on your phone instead of actively talking in the group of friends that you're in. Then you go home or go to your next few classes, whatever, still not taking notes. Then you go home. You don't shower. You're still a little greasy. You're feeling musty from school. You're feeling ugly because school air ruined your makeup. You don't study because you're like, oh, I'll just do it later tonight, you know? Like, you don't do your homework. You're like, oh, I'll just do it later tonight. You play video games. You watch some Netflix. You eat a dinner. You go to sleep. You get 6 hours of sleep because you procrastinated studying and had a study session or did shit on your homework because you didn't fucking do it with energy and you didn't do it when you know you should have and you didn't give yourself enough time to do it. You get 5-6 hours of sleep. You wake up the next day. You do it again. You're probably going to have a shit time in school. So I know for me that if I did the habits that I exhibited every single day that I did today, I would feel amazing. I would look really good because I washed my hair today. I went to the gym today. If I go to the gym every day, obviously I'm going to look fucking great. If I did something involving YouTube every single day, like, I would probably be so much more successful and happy than I would be if I had shit habits that I kept up every single day. Because one thing about you and everyone else on the entire earth is if you're not going to start today, you're not going to fucking start tomorrow. Like, you're just not. If you're like, oh, I'm gonna start, like, you know, playing guitar today. I'm too tired. I'm not feeling it. I'm just gonna do it tomorrow instead. What happens if you wake up tired tomorrow? What happens if you wake up unmotivated tomorrow? You're never gonna fucking do it. You're literally just not gonna do it. So what then? You're gonna do it the next day? You got a fever. You're sick. You would have had 2 days of learning guitar under your belt. If you did an hour a day, you would have had 2 hours of learning guitar under your belt. You could have learned like a bunch of fucking notes by then, maybe learned, a really simple, easy song. But instead, you haven't done anything. You've not touched your guitar, and you're sick now. So you have to wait a week. What are you gonna do? Like, that shit's just gonna keep fucking happening. If you don't actually get up and do it, you're not gonna fucking do it. So that's kind of just a reflection point and something that you need to think about every single day. At the end of every single day, or honestly, better yet, at the start of every day, think to yourself, today I'm going to exhibit the habits that will get me to the point that I want to be in 40 years. Not saying that right now you need to only work and work and work to retirement. Like, I'm not trying to be one of those people because I genuinely hate that so much. I think it's so dumb. But, like, just say, I'm going to have the habits today that will give me a successful, happy, fulfilling, healthy life. That's what you should do every single morning. The last point, and then after this I'm going to talk about some of my personal goals. Do not rely on motivation. Do not rely on inspiration, okay? When I say this, it is totally fine to, like, maybe watch a motivational video, like a 10-minute motivational video every morning, just because, it gets you a little excited for your day. That's not addiction to inspiration, which it's like, you can't rely and wait on motivation to happen. Y'all, you have bodily autonomy. Bodily autonomy. You can do what you want with your fucking body. And now, I have ADHD. I get the worst ADHD paralysis that I can ever imagine. Like, it's so bad. And you're like, okay, well, Sarah, what's ADHD paralysis? Look it up. So, if I am not motivated and excited to do something, I probably won't do it. But I'm going to stop doing that because I always wait for motivation. Like, the literal only thing that snaps me out of my funk, say I'm, like, laying on my bed, doom scrolling on TikTok, okay? If I sit there and I realize, if I tell my body to move right now, physically, I can move. Like, I can do the thing I want to do. Even if my brain is yelling at myself saying I don't want to do it, like, I can still literally just fucking do it. So why am I not doing it? So instantly, I will get up, I'll clean my bathroom, I'll clean my bedroom, I'll get to work, I'll maybe, like, paint my nails, I'll draw something, whatever. Like, I'll actually do something instead of sitting there being a fucking zombie. Like, it is insane what you can do when you unlock the part of your brain that tells you you can actually do something. Your brain quits so much faster than your body. Like, right now, When I tell you that my throat low-key hurts because I haven't drank enough water, I'm super tired, but I knew I was going to record this motivational podcast today, and I was so set and determined, and right now, I am talking myself in my head through my tiredness, because I am like, no, I'm going to fucking do it. Like, my body is totally fine. It's just my brain. And you guys wouldn't have been able to tell, but past 30 minutes almost, I have been so tired and wanting to go on my phone. I have not gone on my phone. Because I'm telling my body, no, you're not going to go on your fucking phone. You're going to keep doing this fucking video because you told yourself you were going to do this video, and you know that this is an extremely important topic, and you know that all the things that you're touching on are important and necessary for a lot of people to hear and talk about and think about and reflect on. So you're going to fucking do it. And you know what? I'm so happy right now that I've been doing it. If you're just like watching this and you're just like mindlessly listening, like you're not actually paying attention. Like, you need to be doing things with intention. You know what I mean? Like, what intention do you have if you're on TikTok right now? Like, if you're on TikTok while watching this video, which I do quite often, like, I'll be, like, watching something on my phone while watching something on the TV, which is so fucking insane and, like, insane, like, brain rot. But if you are, like, watching TikTok or texting or something right now, like, just stop. You know what I mean? Just stop. Like, you can stop yourself from brain rotting and get up and actually do something, because we're almost at the end of this video. So one thing, quickly, there is no such thing as a homebody. If you're like, oh, I'm just a homebody, I just don't like doing anything, I just like sitting here in my little PJs just eating junk food all day and watching fucking, I don't know, Star Wars. Bruh. No, you're not. You have just trained your body to think that the things that it's comfortable doing are the things that you're happy doing. Do you feel joy and fire in your soul if you're sitting down in your fucking house on Instagram all day? You're not an introvert. You're not a fucking homebody. Go out and teach yourself how to be extroverted, how to talk to people. Like, these are things that are self-taught or taught from the environment that is around you. Like, you need to unlearn these things. You can't just be like, okay, well, this is me. You don't just accept that. Or, like, I can't be, like, approached in public because I don't look approachable. Your thought that you're not approachable is what's making you not approachable. If you're like, oh, I have an RBF, nobody talks to me. Smile more. As a woman, I know how much that's annoying to hear, but smile more. Anyway, pretty much the whole point of that, discipline over motivation. Discipline over motivation. The last thing that we're going to be talking about quickly is my personal goals. So I just want to share with you guys that obviously Pobody's fucking nerfed, alright? And I have goals for myself. There's obviously things that I can improve upon. Clearly, you all think I'm perfect and flawless because obviously I am. But see? That's a reverse self-deprecating joke. It's fucking funny, but it doesn't make me feel like shit after. Anyway, these are my current personal goals that I am actively going to try and achieve every single day. Get my energy back. If you guys look at videos of me from like a year or two ago, I was just so much more energetic, and I don't really know what that was about. Like, I just genuinely got really bad seasonal depression, but we don't need to talk about that. Get skin teeth thick. Yes, one of my goals is to be skinty and have a badonk. And I'm working on it. Be more careful and intentional with my voice and what I say. So one thing that I have a tendency to do is ramble. And I kind of talk out of my ass very frequently. And I need to stop doing that. I want to start thinking before I'm speaking. Thinking if things are worth saying, or if things are better off as thoughts. If things are if my voice is becoming like air pollution, then I'm just going to stop saying stuff. Spend more time with the people that I love. I just don't spend enough time hanging out with my friends, and I love them, and I want to see them more often, and I want to start, like, you know, having new friendships and stuff. Get my fucking license. I'm almost 20. I am 20 in 2.5 months, and I don't have my fucking N. I don't have my new driver license. Anyway, way less screen time. I'm extremely proud of my screen time today. It's insane. Under 40 fucking minutes is insane, and it's literally 5 p.m. right now, so that's awesome. But like, I would like that to be the case every single day. Get ready every day. I would love to not necessarily do my makeup, but like, you know, make sure my hair looks okay, make sure I wash my face, put on outside clothes every single day. It'll get you motivated, it'll get you excited to do stuff. Don't wait for motivation. I, like I said, have really bad ADHD paralysis, so I am starting to no longer wait for motivation to do stuff and actually just doing it. That's a habit I'm still learning to adopt. So don't feel alone if you have that. Like, you're not alone. And I'm literally the person trying to inspire you and motivate you. And I also struggle with this. So just realize that. But also be disciplined. And lastly, stop being late. I'm not a punctual gal. I'm trying to be a punctual gal. Think about your habits that you have. Think about the stuff that you do in your day-to-day life. Reflect on the things that you do. And journal about it. Think about it. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm not even fucking kidding. Like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. Subscribe. Because if you're not subscribed to me right now, but you watch some of my videos, what are you doing? Subscribe. subscribe so you can see my next videos. Hello, a girl's trying to make it, okay? Number 2, like. Because a lot of times people forget to like. It will help me out so much if you like. And it'll help me out even more if you comment. If you're interested in something I said, if you need clarification on something, if you have a counterpoint, comment any of that. I'm a very, very, very small YouTuber. I have almost 800 subscribers. Like, any comment I will see, I will reply to. I will like. I will whatever. Because I am a small content creator. I am still at a point where I can easily reply to any comment I get. So comment something, now is the time to have a conversation with me. And then you can be like, oh my god, I knew Sarah Danielle before she had like 1 billion subscribers. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good rest of your day.